No, there is no downside because I put on the
There
armor
is a
that is.
downside! The
No,
armor you had on originally had better defense than the magic defense would
no,
give you on its own.
no, that's not how it works. It says magic for defense. That's the magic defense,
Yes, it defends against magic
which is the.
partially. The physical, like, the overall defense is the defense which matters.
No, I've never heard this, and this is inconsistent to what I've looked up. I must say.
I mean,
This
when
may
we
be the cause of conflict.
How can I explain this? When we fight Ornstein and Smo, we equip lightning defense armor, do we not? And
I
even
don't
when we
bother.
do that, well, okay, I'll use this as an example then. If you put lightning defense armor on against Ornstein and Smo, you're still gonna get crushed
Yes.
because, like, unless you have like the Havel set or the Silver Knight set or
Get over here, you
the
standing still.
I'm trying to make a point here. You want me to make a
You can
point?
make
and
a
I'm trying to
point
make
and
a
walk.
point.
The
I'm
only
trying
damage
to
that the
explain
butterfly
this.
does is magic. I put on the best magic defense. End of argument.
Yes, and you still died in 2 shots.
Yes, I'm not saying it didn't help me much, but it didn't in any
Well,
way.
there
There
you
was
go!
no.
It
I'm
didn't
saying
help. What
no.
was the point in
It didn't help. That there was no downside. Is my argument. This is my argument. There's no downside. Is what I'm saying. This is the crux of my point. That's what I'm saying, and you're insisting there is a downside. No, there is no downside.
You're
It
saying
didn't help.
There was no downside, but you still got owned
No,
completely
no,
by it. Where
but
is
no,
the upside in this? You just
no, that's not a
wasted time
downside. I
putting on
would have
armor that
died
doesn't do
anyway.
as much as it
Shut
would
your
have
face. I'm
otherwise.
trying to make a point.
Still died.
But there is no downside because the same thing would have happened if I hadn't changed my armor. That's my.
Okay. We'll put this to the viewers of whoever's watching this. If you watch Kieran's permadeath and you've seen the end, was putting on the magic defense a waste of time because he got killed anyways, or is he justified?
No, that's not the question. This is not the question. My argument is there is no downside because I would have died even if I had the armor that you said I should have just kept on anyway. But there was no downside to picking the armor that was more suited to the fight. It didn't help, but it didn't hurt either. Ugh. That is my argument, and you've not argued against it so far. You've just said, "Oh, 2 seconds
I
worth."
think I have. It's just you're not willing to listen.
No, you haven't given me a reason. You've said, "Oh, if you died anyway," but I'm like, "Yeah, it's not. That would have happened either way." I'm not saying the armor helped. I'm saying it didn't hurt. But you're saying, "Oh, there's a downside." I'm like, "Where's the downside? I would have died either way."
Look, the downside was you put on something that was less effective, even though
No,
you thought it was
no,
more effective.
no, it's
because
more effective.
it had magic defense. Magic defense on its own is not going to defend you
Against magic
as
damage.
an entity. Yes, it does magic damage, but it would still do more damage overall because you have less overall defense. Magic defense on its own is
I do not
going
believe
to
it
save
works
you in
like
that
that. I've
fight.
never, like in the if you go and fight who's the Blood Moon guy, Blade Moon, whatever that guy. If you fight him without bothering to change the magic defense armor, he does noticeably more damage.
Yes, this is where my thing about Moonlight Butterfly being the only boss I'm going to do this for comes into play. Every other boss, you can do that because it will make a difference. I'm just saying that for Moonlight, it doesn't really do much.
Yeah, I know. Yes, I know. I'm agreeing that it doesn't do much. My argument is that
Yes.
there's no downside, which you've
Yes.
still not given me a downside.
Okay. Here's the thing. For every single other boss except Moonlight, I totally agree that there is no downside to equipping specific sets of armor. But for Moonlight, there is no point.
No, that's not the same as saying there's no downside. That's just a neutral point. You're saying it's the same, which is not a downside. You're saying it's the same. That's not a downside.
It's the same. Every other boss put on specific sets of armor to defend against specific stuff. For Moonlight, it does not matter.
But this is what I'm saying. I'm trying to get you to give me a downside. My argument that I'm arguing is that there's no downside. You are not giving me a downside.
I'm agreeing with you that there is no fucking downside, okay?
Except,
finally. You're not hearing me. I'm saying there is no downside to equipping magic stuff. Except for fucking Moonlight! Because Moonlight is so piss easy
No.
that you don't need to bother
No,
with it!
but
This is what I'm trying to get at!
No, but you haven't given me a downside. All you're saying is,
Oh
oh,
my
that.
god!
No, I've explained. All you've said is, oh, there's no point, which doesn't make a difference, which isn't a downside. That's just neutral. It makes no difference. And I'm saying, other than like the 2 seconds of effort it takes, what is the downside? You're saying, boo, but 2 seconds of effort, that's a downside. What? If there's a point to what you're trying to tell me, you must be expressing it very badly, because I'm not getting what you're telling me.
Jesus Christ. I've literally said 3 times now.
Try
there is no
rephrasing it.
downside.
Try rephrasing it if you think it's so obvious.
I
Because
just
clearly,
look, shut up and listen to me. I have
listening.
literally said there is no downside to what you just did.
yes.
Okay? But I also said there is no point for Moonlight because you should be dodging and blocking everything with.
No, I know.
relative ease.
We are not disagreeing on that point. I said
So
several
what's
times.
the problem?
No, it's because you said there is a downside. There is a downside, and I'm like, what's the downside? Then you just said, I just told you what the downside.
I'm saying the only downside was the fact that you still got killed.
But that's
That is
not a
the only thing I'm
downside. That
basing this
makes
off.
that's not a downside. That's
It's
just
you
I
dying
died anyway.
Because of it.
No, I
is a
didn't die because of
downside.
it. I died. I would have died anyway. I changed my armor, and I still died. It made no difference.
Here's the thing.
I didn't die because I changed my armor.
When you put that magical defense on, you said yourself you were over cocky as well, right? So that combined with you putting the armor on got you killed.
That is the only semblance of a good argument I've heard you make so far. Because that is
So what I'm saying is
that
the
literal
entire
point occurred to
thing
me.
is a complete and utter waste of time because it gave you overconfidence, which meant that you died.
I
There
did think
was
of
a
that like an
downside.
hour ago. I thought of that like an hour ago. And I thought, he isn't referencing that though, so that's not the point he's trying to make. What is he talking about? You never mentioned this to my knowledge.
Well, I thought that me saying there is a downside because you died would
No,
be
that
enough.
that doesn't explain what you mean, though. That just says, there's a downside because you died, and from that literal statement, that doesn't mean anything. I'm just supposed to assume I know what you're talking about. It's like if I said, you ate lots of apples, then you died of a heart attack. Oh, there's a downside to eating apples. No, there's no logical connection between those things you just explained. Ugh, not the best example, but whatever. A long time ago, we were going to fight Capra.
I'm just waiting for you to go through the fog. I'm literally just stood here, waiting for you to go through the fog.
Okay, I will end the argument with a concession to you. Yes,
No,
yes.
I don't care.
I gave myself
care.
overly cockiness, but if I hadn't been an idiot, it would have been a net gain. It was only my idiocy that got me killed.
I'm not accepting that. Go on, go through the
Okay,
fog.
brilliant. Let's go fail at Capra, then we'll feel better. Oh, okay, that's acceptable. Where are the dogs? Oh, I know you have your own healing spell, but I thought you were in immediate danger there, so... Come on then, Capra. There's just so much foliage in this area that has an incredibly good habit of getting exactly in the way.
Yeah, it does do
It's
that.
it's just such a regular occurrence. Oh. Capra, not particularly challenging.
Fantastic. I need a drink.
This is why you should have a thing of water
Jesus.
nearby, you silly man.
Oh, I do. I just need a stiff drink. Jesus. Anyway.
Always a good plan with Dark Souls. Oh, nearly got myself killed. Sillily.
Oh,
Fun
opening the
fact.
damn door. God damn.
There seem to be very few NPCs who mention the character's gender, but one of the only ones I've noticed is that undead merchant lady there. Because she says lad or lass, depending on your character.
Um, I'm not sure.
I can't think
I
of
know
many
that
others.
she
There was
does it.
there was another one. I can't remember who it was. It might have been someone major like Frampt, I'm not sure.
I'm not sure.
Right.
It does feel as though there should be another one.
Oh, magic weapon.
My sword just clipped through 3 hollows and none of them got hit.
I wonder whether that might be a DS fix thing.
It might be.
Because if you've uncapped the frame rate, weird crap can happen.
No, I've capped it at 30, so...
Well, you might as well just turn off the frame cap.
Well, yeah, might as well.
Because that's what it says, like, turn this option on at your own risk, so capping it at 30 is kind of pointless, because it usually is capped at 30.
Well, you know what I mean. Oh, it doesn't matter. Rolling my way through town, killing fools, burning houses.
Oh, hello.
Oh, hello, let me buy some sorcery. Oh, very nice. Yes. What is your decision? Yes. Splendid. The other day I was talking to, I went down to the Daughter of Chaos place, and I was talking to Engie, and I was skipping through his dialogue, and I accidentally said no at some point, and then he refused to let me through, and I'm like, oh, I can't be bothered to go get infected or whatever to make him let me through, so I killed him. Like, I literally had to kill a guy that I had no intention of killing, just because I couldn't be bothered to go and do something to pacify him.
Yeah.
He was
Sounds like
exactly
something
in
you
the
do.
way. It does. The funny thing is, I usually kill him and his lady, but I didn't really plan on it that time. It was only because he was in my way that I ended up doing it. Yep.
Yeah.
Casual
I mean, as a
murder.
rule, I kind of say don't kill NPCs, because...
Yeah.
Yeah, especially ones that are linked to bonfires, because bonfires are always useful.
Yeah. But then you get into, like, Estus, and how bloody useful Estus is to upgrade, and especially on co-op, where that extra +1 can make a noticeable difference when you're healing the other person.
Just got the mail breaker. Let's go break some men. Different mail.
A tune. Lovely.
No, where's my lightning resin?
Where's my lightning resin?
There it is. Let's go completely dominate Capra.
Is there an actual regular source of that stuff? Because I can never remember.
I think you can buy it off of someone in Anolondo.
You can buy it off Domninal of Zendana,
Yeah.
but he only has like 3, so I don't think it restocks. It's kind of a weird concept. Like, here, I have this really limited resource. Buy it. I'm hoping I now have all the
Thanks,
spells.
tree.
What just happened?
Tree got in the way of my view, and I didn't see Capra or all the dogs.
Yep, you're welcome. Oh yeah, fine. Yeah.
Well, I might as well. You're kind of busy doing your own thing.
Well, if you'd interrupted at any moment, I might have said, "Oh, okay." But yes,
Well,
I believe I have now got my thing, what I want, all my spells.
oh yeah. What are you gonna do with them?
Well, I've
You
just
gonna
got my
use them?
magic. I've got my magic
You're just gonna look at
weapon.
them.
I've got my heal. That's good, good, good.
Man, having the ability to do 2 swings with this thing in quick succession. So goddamn useful.
Roll. Oh, should I go and do the asylum?
If you want.
Oh, I reckon
I
it'd be
mean,
something
we're
to
going-
occupy my time.
Where are we? Hang on. What are we doing? After Capra, what were we gonna do? Asylum. Oh yeah. Are we gonna do Pinwheel, or are we just gonna go to the
Oh.
depths?
Tempted to I'm tempted to say depths, really. I'm not sure I can be asked to go through the whole pinwheel debacle.
Yeah, that's fair enough.
It feels like more effort in co-op, just because every time we die we'll have to go through the whole resummoning nonsense and burn through humanity and all that guff in between. Oh.
Ooh.
Trying to get onto the bloody house in Firelink with the key I need for the asylum, and I always manage to fall off.
Yeah, it really is at an odd place.
If you're
Makes you wonder how it
good,
got there.
if you're good, you can roll onto it and then get back on to the other ledge without having to go through the whole rolling off the lift thing again. It's quite fiddly. I actually find having a heavier character can sometimes make it easier just because you kind of move a bit slower so you can line yourself up proper. And then sometimes I like over jump and just roll off the other end of the house, which is always fun. No. Oh, there we go. Okay, well, oh, no, I fell down. God damn it, Dark Souls physics.
Say it, Capra. Key to the depths. Man, I don't think I've ever gotten the machete that he drops.
I have once or twice. It might have been when I just had all that humanity. This is kind of, I think it's this whole process of platforming that makes me put off doing the asylum often. Because it's just, gotta go over there, roll in there.
Like a grumbling old man. Fucking kids.
Back in my day, you could actually jump with precision and fucking jack 2 or something. These days, with your Dark Souls, you can't jump shit.
So back in my day, wanted to get something that was out of reach, you just got a fucking ladder. Nowadays, you have to be jumping around all cool.
I could be jumping with my metal hips, I was a Nam, you know.
You think we had parkour in Nam?
I am not rushing past the torch guys today.
Ooh.
I've fucking learned.
Well, hallelujah. Fucking rat! He's dead.
Was this the rat in the aqueduct?
Yay, he gave me a humanity. Yeah, I just charged into him.
I think that's the only reason I ever bother killing him, is the off chance he'll give me humanity. Oh look, the boulder. Not gonna forget about it this time. Oh.
Be
Oh, and
careful,
Oscar
Karen.
just barely dodged it as he came out of his little room. So even when I succeed, I fail. Oh, I want your shield, Oscar. Give me a shield.
Give me a shield, fool. No, man, I ain't giving you my shield. No, man, we want your shield. Oh, shit, man, take my shield.
Hey, that is racist. Uh,
We're in the wrong neighborhood, motherfucker.
oh,
I'm level 32! My face is on fire!
what level am I? 29. Grass shield.
It was a pleasure. Oh, it was it? Yay! Learn gesture, shrug. Hallelujah. Did I buy here? What do you mean, come again? What is this, some kind of crazy cum-filled cult?
Come again? I just did.
I just did. In your mouth. Oh my god. Ooh,
When
I
he
need 4K.
comes, when he comes.
Oh, when he comes, oh, when he comes, oh, when he comes into your mouth. I'm afraid that song is reserved for Ceaseless, I'm afraid.
God. Do you remember when Ceaseless was causing us a lot of trouble that first time?
Nope.
At least one of us. It took us
I
several...
remember, like, it took us several goes before I was like, fuck it, I'm going pro. And then you just stood at the back while I dodged everything.
Yeah, I was shouting encouragement, like, you can do it. I believe in you.
I believe in the me that believes in you. Oh, crap. What do I need? I need another attunement slot.
Yeah, I think 2 is going to be plenty for me.
Yeah, what? How many do you need for 2? Is it 12? Or is it 13?
Let's see what I've got. 12.
12, okay, I need just one more then.
Wait, yes.
Man, starting as a cleric is a real boon. Especially for co-op runs. You start off with a heal, you start off with faith, you start off with attunement slot.
Meh, it's just you can just easily funnel a couple of points into there, it's all the same.
Yeah, but it requires effort.
Because the thief otherwise starts off with the best stats for what I want.
I would say the Wanderer is probably better for what you want.
I was eyeing up the
okay.
Wanderer. I think I looked at him and then he had a whole bunch of points in like resistance or something. I'm like, I'm not gonna put points of resistance. So
I love resistance because it's one of those stats that is kind of like, do I put things in here or do I just leave it alone?
What happens with me is I get Dex to the point until it stops putting my damage up at all reliably. I get endurance up until it stops giving me stamina.
Well, you go to the soft caps.
Yeah, because
whatever the cap
you can
is
see
called,
you can just see by looking when you're putting your stats up when it just suddenly stops giving you any damage for Dex, for instance. And that's 40. And then the same with all the other ones. And then I usually just end up... I like to get a crystal magic weapon, which takes 25 intelligence, and then after that I just dump everything into vitality.
Yeah. It's always good to have a decent vitality.